Can't believe you. And we're back on Thursday 10. Not because we're planned out, only because we had to open a beer. That's Marcus. I'm Marcus as well.
I'm Jimmy. Bro.
No, we're both Marcus tonight.
I'm Marcus. That's Marcus. How you doing, Marcus?
Marcus, it's been a pleasure.
Welcome back, Marcus.
Always a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this jam-packed episode of Thursday 10?
I'm ready.
TNT 34.
Whoo! It's been a while. It's really been a while since we've done this. And I hope I didn't forget how to sports.
I don't even know what sports are.
So we're going to talk about something.
We're going to talk about the Brewers. We're going to talk about racist persons. We're going to talk about...
I was clapping for the Brewers, not for racist people, for the record.
I mean, you know, like, you can tell yourself that. And,
man.
We're going to talk some NBA playoffs, or we might even talk some other shit.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know.
It's a definite maybe.
What was first on the list?
The Brewers are currently ranked number 1
team in the baseball.
Would you consider them the greatest of all time?
Probably.
Absolutely.
When I say probably, I mean definitely.
They are a very scrappy team.
What a start, though. Huh?
Absolutely. Nobody saw this
13. Is that 13 now? Saves from K-Rod.
13 saves for K-Rod as of an hour ago.
Pitching's been great.
Was that our 19th win or 20th?
I think that might have been 20.
Was that 20? Hold on. Let me check the internet.
But anyways, starting pitching has been great.
Starting pitching has been fantastic. The bullpen's been
good.
Bullpen's been more than fantastic.
Has gotten it done. It's just been a fantastic start all around.
Nobody could have predicted this.
I know, and I'm just hoping they kind of just ride it while they got it, because it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the people I've talked to thus far. Oh yeah, 20-7.
20 and I like those numbers.
20-7.
Liking the numbers.
We have to have played the hardest opening month of the season.
And we played the last 2 games without Braun and Segura, and now without Ramirez.
Yeah, I think Segura will be back in a couple days.
We saw him get out there and pinch hit a bunt tonight.
He pinched butt.
Okay, he pinched butt. But yeah, they've been getting it done without those guys, and it's fantastic.
It's fun to watch.
Really all I can say is that it's amazing. This is a great feeling. All of you people that cheer for teams that are like perennially, that's the word, really, really good. I know, like, this is amazing. This is cool.
For sure. There's been some negativity, though, at least among the Brewer fans I've been talking to. I think you would be included. I think I would be included.
We're kind of just waiting.
Like, you're waiting for the collapse, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that wrong? Is it right?
Well,
because people are like, enjoy the ride.
As far as we go, Marcus and Marcus, the Marcus is here. We're just like superstitious fucks. So I feel like we both believe that if we fall into this trap or believe that we're good, that like we'll curse the team. But also we're not used. This doesn't happen ever. And when it happens, then we have a really terrible May, and then like it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, I also remember in 2007, I want to say we started 24-10.
Yeah.
That was the year with like when JJ and Ricky and Prince and Corey and all them came up. I think Braun came up later in the year. And it was like, we had like a great young team, but it wasn't ready to put it all together. Mm-hmm. This year, however, I think we have more veteran presence.
We still have we have some young players.
We have some young guys. We have Scooter, we have Chris Davis.
We have a mix.
You know, and then we have guys in their prime like Braun and...
Mm-hmm.
Braun
and Braun.
No, we have Gomez. We have Segura. I would consider Segura young. But...
A little bit of a renaissance so far for guys like Ramirez and K-Rod, you know?
Oh, yeah. K-Rod's learned how to pitch without the 97-mile-an-hour heater, which is a wonderful thing.
13 for 13.
He's fucking ill right now.
Ramirez got hurt. Has been out a little bit, but still, he was incredibly hot. He's always been bad in April, so I mean that's...
He was incredibly hot, but he's also lowered his batting average like 80 points over the last 8 games. He was 355, now he's like 277.
He usually has a really bad month. It usually happens to be April, so I don't know, maybe...
Yeah, like if he goes on to perform his career numbers, he's going to be the MVP.
Yeah.
At this point.
He's been fantastic.
He really has, man.
It's good. While it's lasting, I'm enjoying it. I don't know, and we really don't know.
That's like people who say enjoy the ride, though. Like, first off, what does that mean? Does that mean you think like they're gonna bottom out and we should just be happy in April?
To the top.
I just want it to be at least a ride to the end, and I want playoffs.
Yeah. Oh well. Right
This
now,
season's a disappointment
you
without
can't.
playoffs.
Yeah. With this start, you can't not have playoffs and be okay with that.
There has to be playoffs.
Yeah.
There's really no other scenario where I could be happy. So, Brewers bullpen, is it that good? Or is it overworked?
It's definitely overworked.
Oh, for sure it's overworked. It's because it's like the same three guys. It's Thornburg, Smith, Rodriguez.
And K-Rod. And, like, how many games are on pace to work is ridiculous. Like, so, yeah, it's definitely overworked. They don't want to use Wei Cheng Wong.
No.
You don't really see Jim Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I still think Jim Henderson's a good pitcher, right? I don't know.
He seems to be doing pretty good now. He started off like a butt,
but I mean, you can't really. Right now, you can use the same three guys all you want, but
isn't like the team ERA for the bullpen right now like 1.01, and that's only because like Wong had that bad outing, Henderson had that bad outing. I think Zach Duke had a bad outing.
Kinsler's been a little bit, but I don't know. You gotta. Those three guys are great, and it's great that they're pitching so well, but you can't rely on just three arms that much.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question right now.
Ask me a question.
At the trade deadline, assuming the Brewers are still in it, they fucking better be in it. What are you trying to acquire right now? What position do you want to fortify? Not a player, just a position.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's tough. It's tough. I kind of want... I don't know.
I think you got to help the bench a little bit. You got to get, like, not necessarily Mark Kotsay, but, like, the Mark Kotsay type.
With the injuries they've had.
You got to get some utility guys. Because Elian Herrera, R.I.P. that throw.
Oh, no, it's too soon. It's too soon. Well, yeah, the bench definitely. They need some more depth.
They need some depth.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a certain position you want to see them fortify out?
No, I mean right now when you're 20-7, I think other than bench, I think if it's like no.
Okay, and Gene Segura, are you worried about the slow start? Betting 239.
I'm not. I mean,
he also had the slow finish last year.
I don't know. I mean, it's still a long season, and we'll have to see. The start, I don't know. I think he can pull himself out of it. I think it's just he had a good year last year. Teams are starting.
He had a good half last year.
Teams are starting to look at him and figuring out how to play him. But I think he's a good player, and we'll see.
If you could trade Gene Segura for Starlin Castro right now, would you do it?
Starlin Castro? No.
You wouldn't?
No, I want Mean Gene, Jimmy.
Skinny Mean Gene.
I'm not jumping the ship on Mean Gene. You do it?
You're telling me? I think Castro's a really good player. I think Castro's a better player.
I think Mean Gene's a really good player.
I think Castro's a better player, so I'd probably
Castro does have two eyes right now.
He does have two eyes.
He's not getting in the face
He
with a bat.
has not walked in front of Ryan Braun's bat yet.
Yet.
I mean, if Braun's going to hit anybody in the face with a bat, a Cardinal wouldn't be a bad place to start. St. Louis is the place. Molina, Holiday, Craig, Matt Adams.
The team.
David Freese just take a trip to LA.
Matheny,
Tony La Russa. I don't care. I still hate you, Tony La Russa. Anyway, do we want to move on?
We can move on.
So I guess there is a racist owner.
Hey.
Is he still an owner? I don't think he's an owner.
I think right now they're gonna vote, and then with the rest of the owners, and then they can vote to force him to sell the team.
I also heard some where he still has stocks. Like even if he doesn't own, he still has like stocks in the team. Mm-hmm. So even if he doesn't own it, he can still like make money off the team. So.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I know. Yeah, he can do that. But like I almost called him Stern, Bald Stern, in Silver's like he can't like make decisions.
The bald peen hammer,
go
bro.
to games. He can't like do anything like that. Any kind of decisions for the team. I'm kind of like tired of like hearing about it, talking about it. But you made kind of a good, or like you brought up a point that people
have said.
said.
So the point is, America's a free country.
Mm-hmm.
Can people be punished for their opinions and not their actions?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's right to be racist, but
No, I think okay.
like if you have a racist opinion,
I agree with freedom of speech, right?
yeah, I
And
do.
freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want, but it's not freedom of no consequences. And when you're dealing with the NBA is a business, right? And so if one of their owners says something that they don't want, I think they have the right to distance themselves.
Yes.
From that opinion.
I would compare it to
especially if it's just blatant racism.
I would compare it to when the guy from Duck Dynasty was like,
right.
I don't support gay people.
Same thing.
Like, he has every right to say that, and people, AMC has every right to be like, you're not on the show anymore.
I think it's A&E.
The NBA has every right to say, you're not an owner anymore.
Right. Like, people were like, oh, they're, coming down on Christianity. And no, it's, if that's not how, or they're condemning the First Amendment, if that's not how they want to represent their company, then
yeah,
I think they have the right to distance themselves from that. That's pretty much all I have to say on Donald.
I guess the one question, even though it's not possible anymore now that he's been fired, but the question is like, who would play for the Clippers? I still think
there's going to be a fight in the... Who would play for the Clippers of what?
If he was still the owner.
No one.
Like, how do you acquire free agents? And is there like a black cloud over the Clippers right now?
Yeah.
I mean, whoever buys it.
Well, I think if a new owner comes in, I think that black cloud will be kind of removed. Will be removed, I think. Because it was Donald Sterling. You know, it wasn't just like this whole organization is.
No.
But it was Donald. And there's been other incidents with him before. And other players saying that.
Well, yeah, because obviously this whole videotape was supposed to be blackmail.
Right, but, even though he was going to get an NAACP award.
Yeah. Like, but you can't blackmail somebody unless you know they're going to say something. So this can't be the first time he said something racist in his own house. He must say shit like this all the time. And
yeah, I don't see anybody wanting to play for that team.
I was listening.
You saw how terribly the Clippers played, like, the game immediately following that. Their heads were not. It wasn't about basketball.
Yeah, they are winning right now, but I did see, because I was listening to the radio and people were talking about this. Some guy was like, "This just proves this is the most racist period in America's history." I was like, I don't think you're right on that.
I don't know. That's just a completely different topic.
Yeah, but anyway,
for another time, but. Are we talking basketball? Are we breaking?
Yeah, we can talk. I don't know. Do you got a break?
I'm good. More basketball quick?
Yeah, so the Pacers are going to be eliminated.
Looking like
allegedly.
It's a 3-1?
3-1. Roy Hibbert probably played the worst game in the game.
Okay, yes, he had no rebounds, and he looked especially terrible in the last game.
Oh, yeah. 0 rebounds, 0 points, 4 fouls.
But... He's just played a whole bad series.
I guess so. If you have 0 points, 0 rebounds, and 4 fouls,
what are you doing?
Your head's not in the game,
right?
Your head's not in the game.
I don't know what's gotten to him.
He's checked out,
but
he's checked out. He doesn't want to be there anymore.
The team's just played bad. I mean, and they came in the playoffs like this.
Yeah,
and it was almost like that 2 seed. They probably would have benefited from that because you see, we're like, yes, the Heat are a better team right now than the Pacers are, but the Hawks are definitely a better team than the Bobcats are. I think right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, they kind of got the short end of the stick with the seedings, but
either way, you have to fucking.
You're the one. You're
there's
the team
no
that's
excuse.
Supposed to challenge the Heat.
Yeah, there's no excuse. If you're the one, you were the best team in half the fucking country. You were better than the Heat with the best player in the country right now. I guess people would say Durant's the best player this year.
Do you think? Okay, so is it the players that are a problem? Is it Frank that's the problem?
I've heard he's not the toughest coach of all time. He kind of gives in to the players.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be a mix of both, right?
You
can't not blame the players here, and you can't. I mean, the coach has got to do something.
I mean, even Paul George was getting heckled in Indiana.
Right, and he's kind of the guy.
His house
that's
was
still,
burglarized last
he's
night.
still kind of the guy that's like, I mean, he's still putting up some stats still and like playing hard.
Yeah. But he's not the type of guy who's a one man
Right,
show.
he's
though.
not gonna just take over.
No, and they have good players around them. You know, they
not
have,
a good player,
obviously
it's just-
Roy Hibbert is a decent player, but they still have Lance Stevenson, who's a decent player. They still have David West,
got
who's a good
Evan
player.
Turner.
Evan Turner. I mean, but they just been playing so bad for so long.
Scola. Yeah, they just, I don't know what it is. Something's clearly wrong. Like I said, it's got to be a mixture of players and coaches.
I just can't put my finger in it. I mean, on it.
Can't put my finger in it. Can't put my finger in it.
Oh my god, that shot was fucking
But that's
stupid.
Steph Curry, though. He just does that sometimes.
Steph Curry, he still can't grow. He might be able to outbeard me now. That's unfortunate.
He just gets like that straggly pube beard on the bottom.
Oh yeah, he's a Balchinian.
Real quick. Speaking of NBA playoffs, how disappointed are you in this 3-1 hole that the Rockets are in?
Here's the thing. James Harden can take the ball to the hoop
man.
in any single NBA regular season game, and they're going to call a foul. In the playoffs, they might not call it quite as tight. They might not call it like that.
I mean,
All of a sudden, he's like, wait, I have to make jump shots every time? James Harden might be a little bit overrated.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and we're seeing that. I mean,
he's notoriously bad in the playoffs.
He can't shoot. He can't, and he's just playing so selfish.
He's so selfish.
They won the what was it? The third game on the Big Three, and the only reason that happened is because Harden loses the ball. Lynn gets it and kicks it for a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw in Game 4, they're pretty much avoiding giving James Harden the ball like the last couple of minutes. They give it to they kept putting it in the post and just Parsons gets blocked and someone else gets blocked and like they're avoiding giving it to Harden.
Well, and for the last 2 years, you know, it's been Harden's team ever since he got traded from OKC. Mm-hmm. Also, now it's Howard's team. And I don't know how well he's adjusting to that.
But the thing is, when you look at him on paper, like, and this is to take nothing away from the Blazers. Like, the Blazers are a good team. They've been a solid team all year long. But when you look at him on paper and you have Lynn and Parsons and even Beverly, and then you have Howard and Harden, and, like, they should be, and Omer Sheik can come in, like...
You know what? Chandler Parsons should pay me money to go to Krieger's and watch him play. Because every time I go to Krieger's, he's always on the TV. And he always just nails threes. Like, he just fucking makes it rain. Just Chandler, buy me like 4 pitchers. It's $40.
Maybe pizza. I'll take a pizza.
I'll take a pizza, you know.
Nachos are pretty good. Something.
You know, actually, yeah, he makes more than $40.
He makes way more than $40.
So, you know what? You can give me $10,000 and $40 for 4 pitchers and just $10,000 to
whatever.
Blowing hookers.
And you'll win. We're guaranteeing you'll win your next game.
Chandler Parsons.
Think about it.
This is for you.
Anyways, yeah, I think you look at that team, they should be a lot better than they are.
Yeah.
I'm probably going home. Do we have anything else?
Yeah, we can talk about the MLB Instant Replay. We can talk about the Bucks' first round pick.
We're doing that right now?
You can do it. I don't care. I don't got to pee.
Oh, man. Look at this guy. Well, we're going to take a break for Marcus and Marcus. We're going to be back.
Wait, what? And we're back.
We're back for the second half. Marcus and Marcus on Thursday 10.
Wait, you're Marcus? I thought I was Marcus.
I'm Marcus.
Okay.
Are you Marcus?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Are you questioning my Marcus ability?
Marcus and Marcus are back on Thursday 10. What do we got, Marcus?
I have no idea.
Well, MLB is utilizing replay.
Yes.
How do you feel about that, Marcus?
Not a fan.
You're not a fan?
Not a fan.
Why aren't you a fan?
Because it's 162 games. There's no reason that one fucking play is going to make any type of difference. Like...
That's not true at all. There's races that have come down to really close. It doesn't.
And how many times, like, how many plays have been reviewed, and how many were right to begin with?
I think
like
we're
90%.
We're seeing people challenge a lot less now. But I mean, why not get it right? It really doesn't take that much longer So
It does though, because
it doesn't, because they show the replays and they have someone say like, "Look, we just saw 3 replays on TV," and like you're
yeah.
not
So
gonna
every
win
close
it.
play, I need to watch a manager make a slow walk out, peer over his shoulder.
So when Ryan Braun got that base hit turned into a base hit, you were against replay. You thought he should have been out, even though he was
what
safe?
about when he got the base hit turned into an out?
When was he out?
Yeah, he was out.
Okay, I don't know. They're getting the call right. I don't know.
Then
what's
why
wrong.
even have umpires?
I don't know what's wrong with getting the call right. Not everything gets challenged.
Why have umpires? Why not just have like a
Then why
sensor on
make-
the base?
Then why make rules if you don't want them to be right?
Because it's the human element. We're not
The
always
human
right.
element is dumb.
It's
If there was-
162 games. If one play
cares?
makes or breaks your season, then you probably weren't good enough anyway.
I feel like if the Brewers lose a bunch of games and it comes down to one play, you're not going to be saying that.
I mean,
Because you wouldn't.
if it all comes down to one play,
So, I don't know
then
if
we're
there's a
probably
way
losing
you
the playoffs.
if there's a way you can get calls right.
I
say
would
do it.
I would be a fan of instant replay in the playoffs, but not in the regular
I don't know.
season.
It's here. It's here to stay in the regular season. Accept it. I think it helps get
I
calls
accept
right.
it. I'm not
Every
making
game,
a campaign against it.
you don't even see a challenge in every game.
No, not necessarily, but
No, so it's I don't know.
but I
it's not
do
that big
see
of
a
deal.
manager make a slow walk out every single game.
And it takes
Just
like
to look
20
over his
seconds
shoulder.
for him to go out and then turn around like when we saw Matheny do.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to see it.
What were
every
you
game.
going to do in those 20 seconds?
Have a pitch be thrown? Have 2 pitches be thrown? I don't know. Get on with the game.
I don't know. It's not that big of a time difference
Not a fan.
in order to get calls right.
Nope, not a fan.
All right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. Then I guess we're done.
And that's it.
It's been Marcus and Marcus on Thirst and 10. We'll see you sometime again, probably.
Keep it real.